This is the Shawn1113 Podcast Show. I am your host, Shawn1113. Thank you for joining me wherever you may be, wherever platform you may be listening to, anywhere in the world. Thank you for joining. Also, hit that follow button for any and all podcasts. Also, do me a favor to the 35 to 44-year-olds. I encourage you to go to this podcast, 35 to 44, and boost that up a little bit. I've seen every other age group go up. Um, but 35 to 44 is basically missing. So do me a favor, encourage your friends, your family at that age to go to Sean 1113 Podcast Show and listen and see what's up. And I thank you in advance for that. With that, I'm doing this early because I'm going to do a lot of things this week. So right now I'm going to do the college football picks. There are only going to be 4 games this week, but they're big games that have not only conference projections, but BCS projections as well. But also I'm going to put my first 4. Right now I'm putting Georgia number 1, Oregon, Alabama, and Michigan right now. At the moment, you can also definitely put Ohio State for sure, Michigan State for sure. Right now, with the Oklahoma loss this past weekend on November 13th, it is more wide open for the 3rd and 4th spot. But I think Georgia, even if they lose the SEC championship game, they said, I think Alabama, even with another loss, will get in. But I think it's more wide open with Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan State, and Michigan. And speaking of big games, let's start week 12 of the college football season with a couple of them, with 4 of these games. Wake Forest and Clemson, I'm going to pick Wake Forest. SMU and Cincinnati, I think I'm going to pick SMU here, but because I think Cincinnati is ripe for an upset. And I think that game or the Houston against Houston will be it. I think Cincinnati does belong in the discussion. I haven't mentioned them too much, but like I said before, the BCS committee always focused on the Power 5 conferences: Big 12, SEC, ACC, Big 10, and Pac-12. They're always going to be power-centric, Power 5, in my opinion. But I think SMU will upset Cincinnati. Oregon versus Utah. Utah might be right for the upset might be the upset bid for Oregon after Stanford beat Oregon. Again, another loss by Oregon, they'll be out of the BCS entirely. But I expect Oregon to beat Utah in a close one. And then the bigger one is next week in the Big Ten. Of course, next week it's going to be Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, and Ohio State in Columbus. I do believe Ohio State will pull this off. I think their loss to Oregon woke them up to the point that they've been beating everybody ever since. But so has Michigan State as well. Wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State won, but I'm going to pick Ohio State to beat Michigan State here in Columbus. Now, as a bonus also, I'm going to put my Sean Steele's top 10 rankings after week 11. Even though I haven't been finished with the Rams 49ers game on this coming Monday night, November 15th. There's a lot of changes in these rankings. So let me go with the rankings. Number 10, tied Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Even after the Pittsburgh tie. Number 9 coming back is Kansas City. Number 8 is New England. Number 7 is Buffalo. Number 6 after the loss to Washington, Tampa Bay slips to number 6. LA Rams, number 5. You can also put Arizona. You can put Tampa Bay or LA on 5 in the 5th or 6th spot. Either way. The Los Angeles Rams will be number 5. Number 4 is Arizona. Number 3 is Dallas. Number 2 is Green Bay. It's pretty close. But number 1 right now at the moment is going to be Tennessee, in my opinion. So that's my Sean Seals top 10 NFL teams after week 11. With that, that's the Shawn1113 Podcast Show. I am your host, Shawn1113. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay encouraged no matter what.